Hello, everyone. Jacquie Edwards here. Merry Christmas. Happy Boxing Day. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me on our holidays, basically. So I'm excited to be here. I'm actually pretty exhausted after yesterday. I did do quite a bit. So I cooked Christmas dinner yesterday. Quite exciting. So for my husband and for his family. I did the turkey in the slow cooker, so it wasn't too hard, and just put all the bits and pieces together. So it wasn't too bad, super tasty. So today I'm just recovering a little bit from that, relaxing, getting ready to play with all my new presents I got yesterday. I got some new cool lights. I'm super into like the smart home technology, and I've got an Amazon Alexa thing that I can talk to. So I'm going to hook up my new lights and get the whole house moving, and I'll be able to talk to it. So anyways, hopefully you guys had a wonderful Christmas. And if you're on holidays now, you're enjoying your holiday period. But today I wanted to talk about, how to really make the most of 2019, starting from right now. So this time of year, I find, is the best time for kind of dreaming and putting your plan together for the next year. And, I know a lot of people are, working on their New Year's resolutions and things like that. So you can kind of fit it in with that. But I want to make sure that you're putting together, a real solid plan. And because this is the time of year where things are moving a little bit slower for lots of us, we've got a little bit more time off of work. Things are a little bit more relaxed and flexible. I find that this is the time when I do my best thinking. So a little bit, I think tomorrow actually, we've rented a small cottage up in the Cotswolds, my partner and I, and we're basically just going to get away from it all. I only live in Oxford, so it's only an hour's drive from where we live, but it's just getting me out of the house, and it's putting me into a place where I don't have all the day-to-day stuff around me. I do work from home, so being at home just makes me always in work mode, and it gives me that space to think. And when I have that space to think, amazing things happen. So every time I go away for a couple of days and it's just a nice, easy, relaxing holiday, I come up with amazing new plans for my businesses, whether it's my rent-to-rent business, my training business, or any of the other businesses that I have. It's just having that little bit of freedom where you don't have a load of pressure on yourself and you're giving yourself that time and space to think. So I want you to spend some time over the next week or so doing that before it kind of comes into 2019 and before we start kind of running full tilt into the new year. I want you to just take that space, get your notebook out, get your journal out, and just write down, what do you really want in 2019? And it might be different from what you've wanted in the past. So just, again, make sure you've got the time and the space to really think through these things. Because, maybe you've always been dreaming, I need to have 10,000 pounds a month. I need to work towards that, work towards that, work towards that. But is that really what you need? Or do you need to be able to spend more time with your family? Those are two different things. So you might be able to spend more time with your family without having an extra 10,000 pounds a month coming in. So what do you really need? And then work backwards to how can you get that? And if rent to rent is the kind of vehicle that you think is going to get you there, think it through. How is it going to get you there? What problems is it going to solve in your life? What problems might it add to your life? Because if you're looking at, all right, I need to spend more time with my family, so that means I need to get a new job because my current job, I'm working, 12-hour days and I never get to spend time with my family. So I'm going to start this new business. Well, you need to know that in the beginning of that new business, your time with your family is going to be even more limited. So it's going to feel like a huge struggle in the beginning. But if you keep in mind that I'm going to be able to spend more time with my family, 12 months from now, I just have to put in the time now, and just keep in mind what it is you're really working for. The stronger that reason why and what you're working for is, the easier it's going to be to kind of get over the hardship of starting a new business, get over the hardship of all the no's that you're going to get from landlords and agents, and keep you moving towards your goal, because it's not always easy. And having a goal like I need to make 10,000 pounds a month, oftentimes it isn't strong enough to get you through, the bad days. and the hardships and all the no's that you're going to get. Whereas if you've got something really strong that really brings out that emotion in you, whether it's, your family, or, the time that you need to spend with your pet, or start a charity that you want, or, really spend those times doing the things that you really care about, that's what's going to help you move forward. And some of those might have, a figure to them, an amount of money that you need to make. Some of them might not. And it's just, being able to move towards a feeling or a time, or, the time freedom. So I really want you to take the space where, you haven't scheduled in a whole bunch of things for a day or two, and, spend time reading some good books, watching some videos, spend time just hanging out with your family. And usually in those times of relaxation, when, your brain is switched off a little bit more, and you're just feeling more in flow and relaxed, that's the time I find when we have some of our best ideas and some of our biggest motivations. So make sure you've got your journal, your diary handy. So when you have those great ideas, you just write them down really quickly. You don't have to act on them right now. You don't have to put them into major detail. Just let it flow for a little while. What you're thinking, why you're thinking it, how you think it's going to help. And then put it aside and go back to hanging out and enjoying yourself and being in the moment. And the more you let yourself do that, the more amazing ideas that you're going to have, because all of those things kind of from your subconscious, once you relax, they'll be able to come out a little bit, and you'll see what you really want to do. So I know that does sound a little bit woo-woo to some people, but for me, I know it really works. And that's why I make sure this time of year to always take kind of a week out, get away from home, get away from my normal daily routine. So if you can't get away from home, try to break your normal daily routine and just give yourself some space to have some of those creative moments, and to let your brain just think and be active and come up with all kinds of new ideas that I know are there in you, and come up with all the reasons why you want to do these things. And that's what's really going to propel you forward in 2019. So while I want you to do some planning and, figure out what you want and how you're going to do it, I really want you to make sure that you know why you want to do what you want to do, and make sure that you're aiming for the right thing and the right vehicle and the right business that's going to get you to what you want. Because, I love rent to rent. Rent to rent isn't what's right for everybody. It was right for me and my business, and it was right for us getting started. And as things change in my business, my focus changes on different things, based on what I need. And for me, this is the best time of year to kind of be figuring all of that stuff out. So hopefully you'll have a little bit of space to kind of sit back and decide what is going to be your main focus for 2019. I know that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. I will check in with you again next Wednesday from my lovely little cottage in the Cotswolds, as long as my internet works okay. So I can't guarantee it, but it should all be all right. In the meantime, I want to make sure, let me put this, I'll put a little comment hopefully in the video with a link. I think I just did. If I haven't, I'll pop it in after the video is done, to my 12 days of rent to rent series. So kind of a play on the 12 days of Christmas. I launched the first video yesterday. So this is a free series all about rent to rent, and designed to kind of, again, help motivate you and boost you into 2019. So check that out. Make sure you're getting the emails so you get notified when each new video is coming up. It's a 4-video series, along with some really great kind of emails throughout the next 12 days, where we're going to be kind of digging deep into more of there's going to be some how to set up your business, but a lot more into kind of the why and what you should be thinking of. And that kind of helps you support everything in your business, because I can teach the how, the steps and the 1, 2, 3s, and here's how to do everything. But one of the most important things is kind of the internal motivation for you. So I've got some great emails on how to figure that out coming up as well. So make sure you've signed up for that email series and watch the videos, and I will see you again next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday period. Have a happy, happy new year, and I will see you again soon.